witness the birth of a new story, the rise of heroes and the trials of darkness. The world lies upon the precipice of change. Will you stand or will you fall? Prepare yourself well, traveler, for fate is watching, and the stars are yours to claim.
Hello, and welcome back to RollWithoutTrace. My name is Wayne, and I am still the Dungeon Master. But just the things that we'll be needing to say. Thank you to Stash, the Fitzus, on all the socials for all the amazing art and animations that is all over this channel. It is incredible to have such a talented artist willing to do such amazing things. For the sounds heard in the character bios and the intro that's going to play after this, a very big thank you to OSAV Media, and of course the music that is softly playing faintly throughout as background music. A very big thank you to Travis Savoy, who is known as RPG Music Maker on all forms of platform. Go and check all of them out. Links to their things down in the doobly-doo below. Go show these absolute incredible artists some love. Where we last left off, after the party had returned from the Eternal Gardens and boarded the airship to make their final stretch to Vesenkima, to the city of Edelhund, we discovered it was significantly more fun than expected to open a bank account and purchase real estate. As the party
Is that what you're going to tell people?
Did you not have fun in that session? That's what I thought. But the party opened up a little bit of a bank account, purchased a derelict bit of property for next to nothing, as it will become, hopefully, their new home as they look to build onto it and essentially turn it into their bastion. Other than that, not much happened. It was the banking, and that took a lot longer than I thought. But it was fun. Despite what anyone here tells you.
What do you expect?
Fair enough. I was not expecting you to ask, well, not you specifically, but I was not expecting to be asked 6 million questions about it, which I'm not complaining about. It was fun. But anyway. The session came to a close with the landing sequence about to be initiated. As the party was viewing from the deck the approach to Edelhund, seeing the tiered structure of the city. And as we start approaching, the party would have been asked to return inside for the final landing sequence. And it is here that we start tonight's episode of Roll Without Trace. And
usually,
we
yeah.
are back. So, as the ship starts its final descent, you're all gathering up your last few, or not your last few things, but gathering up your things from your room. Is there anything important, anything that anyone would like to do before we complete the landing sequence?
When I'm packing up for my room, I am also packing up the towels. Any leftover like shampoo or conditioner from the shower.
Okay, because of how this, I'm not saying no. I'm just pointing out how funny this actually is, because of the fact that you don't have baths or showers connected to your rooms. They're like the communal ones off down the passage. I'm picturing that every time you have showered on the ship, whatever's been left in the shampoo or soaps, you've just taken with you back to your room, and you've like amassed a little collection of bottles that you're taking with.
That works.
So again, by all means, you can do it. I just think that's significantly funnier than taking the ones from the shower in your own room. Oh. Oh, that's good. Okay, so while you are collecting your towels and not collecting, while you are packing your newly acquired towels and little bottles of cleaning things, Dasan and Shadow, anything particularly special or anything of note either of you would like to do?
Shadow would like to, with the whole landing sequence happening, go up to where the captain is and like the control panel and ask if she may sit in on the procedure and just look.
Give me a persuasion check, as this would not usually be allowed, but the party does have
roll. We go.
a little bit of a reputation.
Oh, but Shadow can be very charming.
I meant it in a good way. You've literally just reunited the governor with her daughter after many years.
That's
At
23.
least Blaze isn't there.
Luckily.
Yeah, with Shadow's charm, the rapport that she has built with the captain, and a little subtle flash of the little ambassador's badge that you acquired in Cyvar, the captain does allow you to sit in on the landing sequence, albeit under the watchful eye of the god. Dasan.
No, I don't want to really do anything special. Dasan is really just eager to get to the city.
And that is perfectly fine. In that case, as you... Where is my... As you feel the ship finalize its landing, you... Shadow will by now have returned to the rooms, grabbed your last few things, knowing that you're going to be able to disembark at some point soon.
You said bark at some point, so I said woof.
Haha, that's a good one. Gathering up your last bit of things, you will all from your rooms hear what sounds like frantic footsteps running down the hallway towards your doors, and you each hear like 3 loud bangs just on your door.
I'm gonna zip my suitcase closed very quickly.
After the final bang on the door, you hear a voice, one of the male guards from the ship. We need your assistance. Please. There's trouble down on the docks.
Oh.
Great. More work.
Oh, I'm sure you like this one. Guards are dying. You need to kill something. We're a little outclassed here. And we know your group has a reputation for killing things that no one else can.
We do. Like whole villages.
Oh wow!
Yeah. If any of you have like entered the passage at this point, you just see like the god completely freeze at the mention of that, and like this look of concern washes over his face before he kind of just.
I'll just look at him in panic. Oh, some orcs!
Right. Well,
I don't remember one of.
if you'd be willing to help, that would be wonderful.
We'll follow him, I guess. Frank and
Yeah.
Moon and Lady Marshmallow are coming with this time.
All right.
Shadow will just shout in the hole, Dasan, come, we're gonna go kill things.
Boop, boop.
I'm geared up, ready to roll. I nearly break the door down, not because of excitement, just because I'm not used to fancy doors.
You're standing in the passage, you call the sign, and you just hear like this rattling of the door just like kind of shaking against itself before it's just like this loud crack as he finally rips it open. Maybe slightly, not breaking the door, but just like breaking the little bit of the lock as he just managed to rip the thing off. Just,
And I'll step out just ever so slightly and look left and right. Like, nobody saw me, right? Oh, everyone saw me.
That's coming off of your tab.
Hey, I don't know my own strength, I guess. I thought it was a push, not a pull.
What would the logic of a push door be into a passageway? Can you imagine how many people you'd accidentally knock unconscious just swinging your door open?
You can't just yell at me and say something to kill, and the first thing on my mind is going to be which way the door opens.
True, that does take the fun out of it, though. Oh well. That's somebody else's problem.
To the dock.
Mm-hmm. To the docks. Right. As you all start heading out, following the guard at a bit of a sprint, heading down the
Sprint.
well, a bit of a sprint, whether you full sprint or not.
We have class.
Sophisticatedly walking quickly down the bridges that have been hurriedly lowered. You run out onto one of the docks. You follow the guard as he starts hoofing it along the broad walk, basically. And you
Is he
see-
also a centaur?
Jesus, it's going to be one of those sessions.
I had chocolate.
Okay, so you are in full Visilva mode tonight. You see a bunch of the town folks kind of running away from the commotion. You see a few ships docked up, and as you're starting to approach, God kind of tries shouting back towards you, very out of breath. Prisoner, one of the brigs escaped, summoned, fucking ugly demon thing.
Is this the guy we had to fight earlier? Or like the one we helped with? The one we encountered earlier. It was so long ago, session-wise, but actually only a few days ago.
No, not the same.
Different prisoner.
Yeah.
How many prisoners were on this ship?
No, this is from a different ship.
Okay.
That's why you're running past so many ships to get to this.
Yes, that's fine. I will
You-
allow it.
You see a few bodies lying lifeless on the on the pier. Some appear to be young, most of them in the guard uniform. You see a large black circle of pure darkness. And just in front of it, by a couple of crates, you see a large yellow creature. And I would please like for everybody to roll for initiative.
Oh, damn.
It's a candlewax monster. Oh, no.
Wait.
Ow, ow.
From a B to a 2.
My mouth isn't working.
Okay.
That's why you need a rat.
Who was? If my roommate wasn't so scared of ants.
That's we quickly roll for Altari. In 16. Okay. Anyone with higher than 20?
Nope.
All right. 15 to 20.
Okay.
What did you say, Visilva?
I said crickets.
Ah, you said crickets. I thought you gave me a number. Wonderful. 5 to 10.
I got 12.
Oh, 10
I got
to
11.
10 to 15 is the one I meant to say.
11.
Shadow, Visilva, and Dasan.
4.
Yeah, you really need that stuff. Jeez, that's wow. Soon. All right. If that is then the case, which it should be, proves that is everyone, we shall start the combat. And we start with the one who's not here, which will be Altari. She'll just move a little forward. And yeah. She's just going to do some basic shit because I am running them. This longbow attack. Oh, yeah, that'll hit. I'm going to just see if the second one hits too. Oh, cool. Good lord. And a natural 20. Altari, you're doing some damage here. Okay, so we do the first damage is... Oh, I said attack again. I meant damage. Okay, so first one is 8. And then we'll say, so 8 for the first one. And then, how do I do it again? 8 for that one, and 10, 15, 16 plus 8 is 24 points of damage in total. That would be her. And then the creature is going to act. And it is not paying much mind at the moment. It got hit twice, but as it kind of just looks in that direction, it first gets distracted by this little other person standing here, and you watch as it kind of shoots out this almost dripping, sticky looking tendril as it just smacks down this humanoid that you see standing there. Just one smack, pop, and you see the humanoid drop into a lifeless lump. Shadow, you are up.
to move forward or not to move forward. Okay. So Shadow's gonna move 20 feet forward.
Mhm.
Hang on. Let's see where that is. Yeah, and then she is going to cast Call Lightning.
All right.
At 3rd level, we're not doing the big stuff just yet. So, and it's going to be situated around, well, centered around the yellow creature.
Okay, let me just grab this. Centered like that. Oh wait, you can't see it yet, but centered on, like, if you're saying the center of it is on the creature.
Yes.
All right, so like that.
Yes.
All right.
And then it needs to make a dex save, please, of 13.
Dex. Ooh, that is very terrible. It is 10. So it will fail.
Yippee! Oh, come on. That is 19 points of damage.
Damn. Nice.
And that is Shadow's turn.
All right. Not a bad start at all. Visilva, you're up.
Okay, for some reason my Farmy is not showing me anything, so I don't actually know where I am.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast.
I'm pretty sure Eldritch Blast has that range. Eldritch Blast.
Like,
120 feet. You're good.
Okay, yeah. So
Almost barely,
Oh.
but you're still good.
19 for the first one.
That'll hit.
And maths. 15 the second one.
How much for the second one?
15.
15 will also hit.
What? 1 damage.
And the second one?
I'm rolling the second one. Okay, I pressed the wrong thing by mistake. Guys are being so slow. 2!
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna be like. See, clearly my aim's a bit off.
We'll chalk it up to you being almost on the precipice of your range, that it's kind of not hitting as hard as it could.
Yeah, and also I can't see what I'm doing properly.
Fair enough. Do you want me to share my screen on Discord?
Just it says not secure and it doesn't want to. Like it was in earlier and now it just says not secure and it's not letting me back in.
Isn't there a drop down that you can say continue anyway?
I'll send you a picture.
Okay, well anyways, while we're doing that, is there anything else you'd like to do for your turn? Visilva?
No, that's all.
Alright. Dasan, you are up then.
Okay, I'm looking at the beeswax,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna use my movement, get in a little bit closer, because it took me forever to figure out where our totems are. because I was zoomed in too close. And then I have a technical question regarding the rules. As it was pointed out, we cannot cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
Correct.
But I have a class feature for my Hunter's Mark that allows me to cast it without expending a spell slot as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So does it still mean if I use that class feature that I can't cast a leveled spell?
No, because think of it basically, if you are casting a spell, you are using the magic action. Using the feature, it is a feature. You are not taking the magic action.
Okie dokie. Then in that case, I will use my Hunter's Mark.
So yeah, for
as part of
clarification,
my feature.
if you have a class or race feature that allows you to cast a spell without spending a slot, or even a magic item that allows you to do something as a bonus action or whatever, you can then technically that way do 2 level spells.
Okay. Coolio. Then I am putting Hunter's Mark on the Beeswax Beast. And then for my action, plans just changed. I'm gonna chuck a javelin at him. And at the same time, what's the range of my javelin? Should cover that. 30 feet, 120 feet max. So that's going to be a disadvantage. Do I not? I mean, it's in the heat of the moment. This thing is going after civilians. Screw it. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to chuck my javelin at this, and at the same time, I'm going to whisper the awesome words of wisdom to cast Hail of Thorns as well. So we will start with disadvantage on this little guy.
Hold on, how are you throwing your javelin and...
Well, with my... Well, I'm confused. The Hail of Thorns is bonus action. And then the javelin
never
is...
mind, I'm with you.
Okay.
Wait.
Because the Hail of Thorns only kind of goes off if I hit it.
Yeah,
which...
also, hold on. Your class feature to do Hunter's Mark without expending a spell slot.
Oh, is a bonus action.
That's a bonus action. Okay,
Right.
that's why I got confused as to how you did that.
Okay, alright. No, I'm with you now. Now I get it. So, no Hail of Thorns, and I kind of don't want to do the javelin, but I've got 2 javelins, so I'm just going to chuck the normal javelin. It's more than 30 feet, so it's disadvantage.
Yes.
But let's roll.
I like the disadvantage.
How do you like this? It has a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Ouch. As you, okay, we'll make this semi-interesting. As you go to throw your javelin, kind of scared about hitting a civilian, so kind of maybe throwing your ability just a little bit. You wind up throwing it quite a little bit skiff and sticking your javelin into the side of the ship.
Somebody's not going to be happy.
We'll say
it's...
you threw your javelin, so it's now sticking out somewhere over there.
Oh wow, that's far. Then I have a second attack, but I don't feel comfortable putting the lives of people in danger. Being not being close enough yet, so that's just gonna be me for now.
All right. Altari is going to do the default not here thing And we're just going to have her do 2 bow attacks. What the fuck?
Nice.
No, genuinely, what the fuck? Why am I rolling so good against my... No. Yeah. Altari's going to stop doing bow attacks because, actually, that's 22.
But it's what she's good at.
It is, but... when Stash rolls for Altari and she rolls well, I'm happy. When I roll against myself and I roll well, it's frustrating. Okay, this thing is going to come in. That come into here. And how much? What's this? The reach of this? Oh, it does have a ranged. Oh, okay. So as it kind of starts moving in towards you, Dasan, you see as one of its little tendril things kind of whips out in your direction, and a piece of it, like the tip, kind of just breaks off and flies towards you. And that's going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right, and that seems to be just making sure that the damage is the same for ranged. Yes, so that's going to be 6, 12, 18, 20 points of acid damage.
That stings.
And makes 2, right? Yeah. And with its second one, it's going to try again to smack you a second time. And that
Very
is...
nice.
Ooh, that one's might not. I don't know. Does a 14 hit?
No, 14 does not hit.
All right. Well, then that is it. That is its turn. Your shadow. You're up.
Okay. Technical question. If I want to use Channel Divinity, can I use it while the Thunder spell is up or not?
You should, because you're not breaking your concentration.
Okay. So I would like to use my Channel Divinity Destructive Wrath, please. So I deal maximum damage instead of rolling for lightning or thunder damage.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I haven't used it, so I need to start using these things. And then I would, let me just quickly check here.
All right.
Sorry, just, and then I would like to cast Healing Word on Dasan.
Sure.
Sing to me, sing to me.
I'm casting it at 2nd level.
Oh, nice.
Sure.
Okay, so that is 13 points of healing.
Very nice.
And that is Shadow's turn.
All right. A very nice turn, healing some peeps here. Visilva.
I'm sorry, everything. Okay. Visilva was tempted to do firebolt, and then she remembered ships are made of wood.
Yeah, but they're on water.
So for now, she's just gonna stick with the Eldritch Blast.
All right. Give me them.
Oh, that's
attacks.
a natural 1.
Oof.
Oh.
I need a curse that makes my high rolls count good and my low rolls bad, because
That
That's
is
a
how they
14.
operate. High rolls are good and low rolls are bad.
no, I needed to swap it around. Sorry. 14.
14 will unfortunately miss. And for your
Mhm.
natural one, go ahead and roll me a D100.
Shit.
Oh yeah, the joys of rolling a 1.
79? 76, sorry. That makes a big difference, I'm sure.
As you're aiming in a little bit, kind of your confidence wavering from still, being so far out, a little bit unsure of yourself, not wanting to hit the sun as this thing kind of starts drawing nearer. The cloud of storms kind of brewing above, everything just throwing you off just a little bit. And as you launch off your attack, you almost like close your eyes at the last moment, and your attack is going to just go wide, and it is going to hit a different body, but luckily for you, it is going to hit a dead body.
I'm also just going to think to myself, good thing I didn't use fire.
Definitely.
Then, I just want to read, sorry, my... I was trying to figure out if I was going to use a... There's no way if I run forward that I can hide behind, is there?
You could try and hide behind the carts or some of the crates if you can get to it. You could.
Then don't I have to run in front of the creature?
No, you're just trying to hide. You're over here. You can come and hide here.
Yeah, but if I...
You can hide over here. You can hide there.
Okay, I'm being doof. I thought for some reason that where I was standing was in the water. I'll come forward and I hide. Just like, so I get some shelter by these cart things.
You can get your shelter
Sorry.
over there.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Give me a stealth check to see how well you manage to hide as you run.
I am so stealthy because things are going well for me today.
I feel like there's a whole lot as a distraction.
What's this other tentacle in the crate doing?
Hey, it's 23.
Okay, yeah, you go and you hide. I will keep your 23 in mind.
May not be good at fighting, but I'm good at hiding.
Fuck this, I'm not going to fight.
And that will be my turn.
Nice. Alright, 107. Dasan, you were up.
So with the damage I took earlier, what did that do with my concentration on Hunter's Mark?
Fucking concentration, Jesus Christ. Make me a con save.
Oh wow, that's low. 11.
How much damage did you take?
It
was 20. 24? 20. Whatever, I can't remember. We'll say 20, so you save. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's still up. Woo!
Yes, and I need to
Can't
put
break
up
them.
a fucking sticky note somewhere on my screen saying concentration.
Why did
Can't
you
break
remind the DM about concentration? Never remind about concentration.
I don't want to be a cheater.
You say that now. While we're not losing.
I must just also say that I have not thought of a backup character
Yeah.
at all. Well then, I'm gonna have some fun with this. I am equipping my shield, DM. just because I want it now, because Thingy smacks hard with his acid tentacles. And I'm going to get up in his face. And I will be doing... What will I be doing? I swear I had this planned out. I will be casting Thunderclap. Make a big ol' hoof stomp. Because that's what I'm known. What did I... Oh. What did I just do? Okay, I rolled to attack. Just... Yeah. Because spellcasters are strange. Each creature in a 5-foot radius must succeed on a con save. Yeah.
Oh no, that's wisdom.
We need to have more than one game a week so we can learn to master spells.
That is a natural 20.
Okay, so dude does not fear my hooves. I'm feeling quite inadequate here.
It's like it's one of those things. You stomp there, trying to be all intimidating. He just looks at you and then just like opens whatever constitutes as his mouth and just like does that scream in your face as you just feel like your hair flapping back, spit globules smacking you in the face.
I feel so defeated.
I'm imagining Dasan as a very angry bunny right now, just like stomping.
Well, then, with all that, I'm just gonna swing at this bra with my trident.
Swing at the bra. Alright. Swing at the bra, steek hom, baby, steek hom.
That's a 26 hit!
26 definitely hits, yes. Was that a natural 20?
No, 19.
Oh, well, it's still damn good.
Okay, right. Now, first things first, I need Bra to make a... we'll get to that just now. Can I roll damage?
Yeah, roll your damage.
That is... well, I am using it as one-handed, so that's 50 plus... Is it? Oh, this is so confusing. So that's 15, including the hunter's mark. Then I need to add a 1d8 for the Colossal Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 7. So that's 22. 22 points of damage.
Nice.
And Bra must make me a 11 plus my strength modifiers. A DC 15 con save.
What is this for? Just because that affects if he has advantage or not?
No, that's to see if he's knocked prone or not.
Oh, okay, so that has nothing to do with magical thing.
No,
so that is not with advantage. So con save, you said.
Yeah, well.
Con save to be knocked prone. That's
Did you just get
unusual.
that he has advantage?
Yeah, he has advantage on you. Well, yes, it's fine. You can know that. He will fail that.
Okay, then he's now a blob of acid on whichever side he's going to be on. I should still have a little bit of movement. If I was 15 feet away. So I just want to shimmy. Oh, come on. Go away, ruler. I just want to shimmy this way.
Shimmy, shimmy.
And that's me now. I need to hoof stomp him in the face, but I don't have another action.
Wonderful. This thing does exactly what I needed to right now. It'll expend half of its movement to stand up. And then the first thing it's going to do is look over to Altari, who has been shooting arrows into the thing. And he is going to try and retaliate with a little caustic lashing of his own. And oh, fuck sakes, really. That is a 13, which I'm assuming misses. Yes, it misses. And he's going to try that again. And it's going to be a 16, which, oh my fucking god, misses. What the fuck? And after doing that, and realizing that's not working, well, we'll say it didn't work because he was still busy standing up at the time. He was trying to be cool and throw it off while he was standing up. And as he gets back to a vertical base, he is going to look over at the sun. And as he kind of just stares at the sun, this very void stare with this singular eye, the sun, I would please like for you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
And that 1, so it's 5.
Ooh. You, my friend, are now the victim of Dominate Person. You are charmed. And we will circle back to that when his turn is back, if he even still has it up. That all he'll do. He has done his things, so a shadow, you are up.
Okay, well, Shadow is going to do a lightning strike at him. So if you could make me a dex save, please.
Dex save advantage, and that is a 20.
No!
Sorry.
Oh, it would have been so epic. Okay, anyway.
It would have been. It would have been. How much is your max damage, just out of interest?
30.
Jesus. That is wild.
Okay, that's all Shadow can do.
Right. Visilva.
Just because I want to learn new things to do, I'm going to cast mirror image on myself.
All right.
This mouse.
Nice.
2.
So
You've created 3 little duplicates of yourself.
okay, so there's 3 of me. But unfortunately that was also my action. So just check what I have for. Sorry,
No,
my
that's
mouse
fine.
is very jumpy. I think there's a cat in the room. Yeah, I think that's really all I can do because I could Misty step closer, but I don't think I want to be closer, so I'm good.
All right. No problem. Dasan.
Yes.
Hi.
I feel like the tool of evil again. Not the first time I've been here.
Okay, well, it's your turn, so he has not yet sent you a message. So, you have not received further direction. So up until you do, you are going to act and move as you like, focusing on protecting yourself. So you can do what you need to do, but you're not quite.
So I'm not already worried about protecting him.
No, not
It?
particularly. He hasn't told you to do anything yet.
Do I feel allied to him?
Yes, you are charmed.
Okay, I cast Dark Skin on it.
What?
Nice.
He was so eager to turn against us.
Oh, wonderful.
You're hitting my wound!
Betrayal.
You touch a winning creature until the spell ends. The target skin assumes a bit of easy. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna
17
cast
at the
that.
moment.
Yeah, boy. And cure. Okay, I can't cast 2-level spells, so you guys are lucky. I only thought of cure wounds now. So yeah, that's me. That's me.
Imagine.
I'm done right there.
Oh.
So all Shadow and Altari sees is basically I'm turning the acid thing into a tree.
Oh gosh. Oh, I can do that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. It is in issues. Okay, it doesn't need an action to do so. I thought so. You're just going to hear this, like this little voice in your head telling you to stand in front of it and take any arrows that come its way.
Okay.
Dasan, fight it.
Okay, wait, but it'll only tell you that after Altari takes the 2 shots. I confused the initiative order. So maybe that doesn't even...
Maybe it dies.
For fuck's sakes, Jesus, really?
It's okay, we're not complaining. Some of us roll shit.
What the fuck?
Nice.
Alright, that's 21 points of damage. Jesus. Okay, it's gonna make 2 concentration saves here. Normal. Okay, dominate person's dropped. It doesn't tell you to stand in front of it and take the arrows for it.
Oh. I have to fight the tree.
Disappointed.
Yeah, yes, you'll have to fight the tree after casting bark skin on it.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this. I'm like, what did I just do?
It's like, fuck.
You
Well,
made him
We're stupid.
this thing is
vulnerable to fire.
Rather upset that it has lost its concentration. It's going to take its first attempt at a lashing out on Dasan. And that is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, that is 10, 20, 21, 25 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And say evens odds. It'll take its second attack against Altari. And that, for fuck's sake. I swear to you, when somebody is not here, without me doing anything other than acting normally, they get the fattest fucking plot armor in existence. Because that's a mess.
It's because you are splitting your roles. You're not just rolling for just you.
Fair. Okay. Well, but you see, that's the thing. I'm rolling my rolls physically and Altari's rolls digitally. So maybe, okay, you know what? I'm swapping. From now on, I'm rolling my rolls digitally and Altari's rolls. Because this thing's saves have been good and those have been digital. Okay. I've got the game plan has been made. If it survives until the next turn, it is. Shadow, you're up. Oh, wait, hold on. 1 second. Sorry, it took 2 of those. Let me just see what was the other thing it could do. And do I want to do it? The other one it can do is... Do I want to do this? No, I don't. So anyway, sorry. Shadow.
Dasan, how badly are you hurt?
About I'm just below half HP.
Okay, you're fine.
I'm okay for now.
Have a dex save from you, Wayne.
You may have a digital deck save for me. Okay, it's a 13.
Oh, you. Yeah, meets it, beats it. Oh, damn it! Why do you get to roll with advantage though?
Magical resistance.
Is that the whole bark armor thing?
No, that has nothing to do with the bark armor. That's just it has magical resistance, so it has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Shadow's turn.
Magical resistance is another one of those things I always fucking forget about, and tonight I've been remembering it, and I'm glad I have. Visilva.
Well, I know that you have magical resistance. Probably not.
Well, I'd say you. I would just say you have seen it's been more resistant to magic than normal.
No, just keep things.
Okay. Well,
Oh, no.
I've seen that Altari's been doing pretty good shooting at it.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, I've only had a few lessons, but I'm gonna pop out of my hiding and I'm gonna try and shoot him with my short bow. Just shoot him with the
short sword. All right, sure. Go ahead and make that attack with the short bow.
In my defense, short sword is written right under short bow. 19 to hit.
Apparently, arrows are the way to go. 19 will hit.
And that is 8 damage.
Arrows are the way to go, apparently.
Me and my 4 friends. That will be my turn.
Alrighty, wonderful. Dasan.
I just want to put a disclaimer out there for any kids watching this that's new to D&D. Study your character sheets, because I've been taking a beat down from this guy, only to realize now that acid is an elemental
and you
damage.
have absorb element. I've been waiting for you to bring that up.
I did not know acid counts. I was thinking like freaking natural elements.
Yep, reading the fine print.
Okay, in my defense, I did check my reactions earlier on D&D Beyond, and it's not listed as a reaction, so I did not know. In any case, the first thing I want to shout out to the ladies is I did not meant to do that. It made me do that, and I'm not gonna do anything fancy. I'm just gonna swing at it.
Sure.
With me trident. So I'm gonna do first attack. Does a 23 hit?
23 does hit.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm using it as one-handed. So that is 14. Oh, I see something interesting now. It counts in Colossus Slayer already. It does not count in Hunter's Mark. So that is 14 points, excluding Hunter's Mark. So 14 points of that damage, which I don't know at the moment whether it's piercing or blunt. And then Hunter's Mark is an additional something. Why so many things? 1d6. Okay, 1d6. So 14. And then 6 points of force damage on my first attack, and it needs to make a DC 15 con save to see if it's not prone.
It will make it con save now. And this is not a magical effect, so this is not an advantage. Let's con. Normal. That's a fail, so he will fall down again. And I haven't unmarked him as prone, so he's still prone.
Does that give me advantage on my second hit?
Yes.
On my second attack.
It will.
Awesomeness, time to turn the tides. I believe it 20 hits.
Does it? Does it?
Does it? You tell me, boss.
Yes, it will hit.
Okay, and I'm using that as a. Okay, I'll. Sorry, I have to retract that. Does a 17 hit? No, a 19. Sorry, a 19.
Yes, a 19 will still hit.
I'm just seeing. I've been rolling javelin attacks this whole time. Oh, I chose the right damage, but to hit thing. Okay, so one-handed is that I don't get Colossal Slayer, so 7 points of piercing damage, and then 1d6, which is 2 force damage, and he's already prone, so no more.
So what was the total of that second one?
And 2 plus 7 is 9.
Okay, so that's going to be half is 4. So he's going to take 15. As you hit him with the second attack, he is going to trigger his toxic escape. So he gets hit. He's going to half the damage, and he's going to teleport.
Very nice of him.
30 feet away.
Oh, not like to a different planet, never to be seen again.
No, just
That's
he's just going to just hold on. He's just going to poof 30 feet away, and then move you there. He's gonna
Shit.
okay, so to the brink of that, so we pop him over there. And within 5 feet, none of you within 5 feet. So as he just like poofs back, there's this like little puff of toxic gas emitting, but Shadow and Visilva, you are both out of the range to be affected by it, so it shall live. Oh well, you will be unaffected is what I mean. Right. Anything else, Dasan?
That was both my attacks. I want to keep my movement for the next turn. No, that's all from Dasan.
All right. We will return to Altari's turn. For whom I'm going to roll digital or physically because I'm tired of rolling overly well against myself.
But the problem is
What the fuck? I am not lying right now. This is the honest to God truth. Natural fucking 20.
Nice.
Oh, massive monster.
Why? Just okay, so my good lord.
I'm sorry. I guess the strategy didn't work.
No, it did not. Waste. Okay, so hold on. So damage is going to be 8 plus 4 plus 6, 8 plus 4 is 12 plus. It's mildly awkward. Wait. Stash, you're in chat. Stash, how do you want to do this?
I love it.
You can tell us in chat how you want to do this.
I want to do this remotely.
Genuinely, what the actual fuck? Unacceptable. How do you want to do this? Alright, you will do it by shooting it. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. I have a proposal. Considering that it was a teammate that got the final blow, and that teammate is not here, let's make this cinematic. The three of you have a little quick think, and as Altari draws back the arrow and launches it off, each of you can do something to aid in this attack and have one big colossal fuck you moment as you manage to kill this thing. And for the sake of this, we'll just say he was there. So if Shadow wants to call down a absolute disgusting fuck ton of lightning.
Yes, please.
All right.
Yes, please. Instant.
So that Dasan, what would you like to do to aid in this destruction?
Well, I'm imagining the arrows flying. I'm charging in because I've been wanting to do this from the very start of the fight, and he kept on getting too close, and I need 30 feet. So I'm charging in to use my Rachel feature charge and do a hoof stomp on the mofo.
Okay. Visilva.
I want to be a mini Altari.
Cute.
All right.
So I'm also shooting him with my bow.
All right.
But like I'm trying to stand like her and do like a cockpit.
Oh, I love it. All right. So
All four of me.
all four of you. Sure, your mirror images do exactly as you do, and whilst three of them are purely illusional, our five archers, draw their bows, releasing their arrows, and as the two real arrows pierce into the skin of the Oklal, the lightning strikes down, finding a little bit of extra zhuzh from the cold divinity, as well as the metal now sticking out of this thing. And as the thing drops down, barely clinging on to life, the sun running in and just straight curb stomping this motherfucker, squash, splat.
Sounds about right.
And it is no more. We'll say for now you will have left initiative. But there is still the void of darkness down the pier.
After that's nothing. I was gonna look at this thing we just killed, and then I'm just gonna think, and I'm just gonna be like, maybe we should start asking more questions before we just run around and agree to kill things. Like, what if he was actually nice?
Shadow's gonna walk up to Dasan and then cast Cure Wounds on him at 2nd level.
Thanks. I only considered when you asked me how am I looking on health, and I said I'm just below half health. And after that sentence, I think to myself, well, this guy takes more than half your health in a single hit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just I need to decide because I can only do cantrips and spells at the same time. I can't do two. Okay, there you go. You get 12 points of healing.
I thank Shadow for doing that twice. It is very refreshing fighting alongside a a healer that is actually, focused on the companions.
Good.
Gonna side eye him, because that's implying you had a healer who wasn't.
Ooh, drama.
You don't know my past. I don't know my past. And I want to look around on the area that we are in just quickly. Like I'm very worried about this void behind us, but I want to see if there's something nearby that I can scoop some of the goop in that the acid won't burn through.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for it in a market. It'll take you a minute or so just to quickly scrounge through the things, and you'll find a couple of empty jars.
Yeah, so I just want to scoop up a little bit of this guy.
Sure.
After about a minute, only be one Visilva around. No longer 3.
And then do we see...
I do like
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, don't dismiss the... Well, when I say dismiss, I don't mean like that, but don't write off the mirror self. It's a very useful spell. It just, unfortunately, this thing... Yeah, I'm just saying, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't mean dismiss it, like get rid of it. I'm just saying, remember to use it again.
Yeah,
It's
I will,
just,
because
this thing unfortunately died before it could do anything.
I have shit AC, so I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, no, I get that. Anyway, Dasan, you're saying.
Do we see any person that would stand out as a figure of authority?
The only things you see standing around at the moment in the immediate vicinity are the only things you see in the immediate vicinity are the ships, the market, the crates strewn around, and a bunch of dead bodies and the big sphere of darkness.
Well, I'll turn to Altari and Shadow and point at the big sphere of darkness. Have any of you guys seen anything like this before?
I thought I was going to do like an insulted little look of that she was ignored.
Well, I mean, Visilva and Shadow.
Have we seen something like this before?
I'm not talking to someone who's not here, okay?
Visilva is here.
I just said... She's bullying me.
Don't make your problems mine. I know my place.
How close would Shadow need to be to cast Identify on the black sphere?
Make me an Arcana check.
I'm using one of the spell scrolls that Jesper gave me.
Make me an Arcana check before you do that.
Okay. Which dice to use? Okay, you've been good to me.
It's not a very high DC, it's just...
It's a 14.
That does it. It's a sphere of magical darkness.
Is that all that I get?
That is exactly what it is. It's a 20-foot sphere of magical darkness. That is literally it. There's nothing more to it.
For future reference, I can do Identify as a ritual.
Actually, what's the range on your robe, Visilva, that allows you to see into all of this stuff?
I check my inventory quickly.
But I think it's something stupid like 300 feet. Or
120 feet.
100. All right. Well, you actually can see into the center of it. You can see the important things. You inside see 2 dead bodies and one of a drow dressed in all white. still
Wait,
standing.
the dead body?
No,
Oh, so there's still...
the dead bodies are the guards, and standing in the center of it, kind of looking in your direction, is a drow dressed in all white.
Just gonna look at the sun and be like, if my opinion mattered, there's a drow in there. And then just gonna walk away.
As soon as she says that, I'm using a charge on one of the charges on my gem
Mm-hmm.
to see what the drow is, because now I can see in there. And I didn't think of my plan after that.
Okay, just explain to me what you mean by so you can see what the drow is.
Because Visilva said there's someone in there.
Mm-hmm.
And with my gem, I can now see through the magical darkness as well. So I'm looking at the drow.
Okay, you're just skipping
I'm
him
just
out.
looking at it.
Yeah, you see the drow dressed in all white. You have a slightly clearer view, being a little bit closer, and the drow being pretty much on the cusp of the range for Visilva's robe to aid her. But you see a female drow dressed in what was once very fine white clothing, and it is now kind of torn and shredded, like almost like she's been wearing it now for a long time, but it is somehow still pristinely white. You see kind of at some places where there's tears in the clothes, you see scars along her arm, some down her legs too. Her eyes almost blacker than the magical darkness itself, with the best way I can explain this is like very gothic eyeliner that's running down the face, but not in a she's been crying way, in a it has been purposefully put on like that way. And yeah, and she's kind of just standing there. She is unaware that you can see her, or that Visilva can even see her. She's kind of just standing there watching, looking between the lot of you.
Is she looking aggressive in any way?
Give me an insight check.
Uh, 22.
It's an Anthara. 22. You see that as you're kind of looking her over, trying to see if you see aggression, you notice peeking out of a piece of her sleeve a little bit of metal that you then catch eyes, or that once it catches your eye, you see the chain hanging from it. Seeing the shackle on her wrist, you kind of look back at her in a more focused way. Is this the shackles of somebody that has broken free, or is this the shackles of somebody that has broken free in a completely different way? Is this the shackles of a crazed criminal, or is this the shackles of somebody who has done wrong? And you do not seem to notice any signs of aggression. If anything, you notice a little bit of apprehension in her stance.
Are there any guards around here?
None that are currently alive. Like, you'll see the closest bunch of people to you are at least 100 feet away, still kind of standing, watching, waiting to know if it's safe to come back and resume life.
Can I, if I don't know what 100 feet is. If I yell, will they be able to hear me?
Yeah.
It's like, was that the prisoner who broke free? Pointing at what's left of the monstery thing.
You see as the guards kind of look one walks towards you, dressed in steel armor with trimmings of emerald green and gold. And he looks down at the Yachlol that has just been slain. What? Was this the prisoner? What do you mean?
That's why I said we need to ask more questions. Where did this thing come from?
We do not know. We were returning from a journey and this thing jumped. Started attacking.
And we're gonna like slightly more whisper to him. Do you know anything about a drow lady?
He kind of squints at you regarding you, trying to see if he can get a read on you.
I'm an open book.
Kind of rolling a little bit shitty on insight, so he's a little skeptical of you. Who are you?
I'm Visilva.
What do you know of the drow?
They're like elves, but goth.
You see as his grip kind of, or as his hand slowly moves down towards his blade, the hilt of his sword. What is it that you want with the drow? What is it that you want here?
I just want to know if they had anything to do with this monster.
He kind of relaxes a little bit, not really moving his hand, but he seems a little more relaxed. So you don't know who the drow is?
Like one specific one or in general?
That one. He asks
What one?
quite sternly. Like you can see he's getting a little bit worked up now. His grip starting to head more towards the grabbing of the hilt of his sword. The one inside there. Do you know who that is?
Wait, did I tell him that there was one inside there?
Yeah, you heavily implied it. But also, no, you didn't, but doesn't matter, he knows about it.
I don't know who it is.
Give me a persuasion check.
I legit don't know who it is.
Yes, but you are trying to convince him of this. It's not. I'm trying to
21?
persuade you. It's It's like you're trying to convince him more than change his mind. You see, he loosens his grip. He looks at you, and he looks towards the sun and Shadow and Altari. You're not from Edelhund, are you?
No, we're not. And frankly, a thank you would have been very nice since we actually helped at your ass and now you're being hostile towards us.
He side-eyes you, but he relaxes his pose and you see he raises his hand and he does like a little circling gesture as the people start slowly moving back. The guards around start nearing in. Well, maybe you'd understand why I'm being so apprehensive of the newcomers. Whilst your help is greatly appreciated, and you will be rewarded for your help, you have to understand that I am sworn to protect the throne. So not only have you saved us, but you've helped save the princess who has been missing. And
We're pretty good at saving people.
takes a knee, puts his hand on his chest, crosses it over his heart. His other hand folds to his back. You have our things. He stands back up. But now, if you don't mind, he pushes past. It's all right. You can come and see the sphere of darkness drop and The drow now standing unobscured.
So the princess is the drow.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing we didn't attack her. How do I spell drow, by the way?
DROW. As the god who has spoken to you has gone off to see to the princess, one of the other gods, not dressed in plate, but rather just in more, not patrol duty, I'd say, uniform, so still very neat, got a blazer, like a militant blazer on, which is entirely emerald green except for the golden trimmings, with white pants and the black boots, rapier at his side. It's a relatively youngish looking elf. Blonde hair tied up in a tight bun. Approaches you, hands behind his back. The family thanks you, and you shall be cordially invited to a ceremony to thank you. I suppose it depends how much the king and queen are willing to do and what state of mind they're in, but you have our thanks.
You keep wandering into these kind of situations. I'm just thinking that to myself.
It's a pleasure. We shall await the invitation.
Certainly, where might we send it? Do you have an address here in Edelhund, a place you are staying?
Did we get an address for where we bought the house?
Not really. You were just kind of told it's out on the outskirts. I'll tell you this because he would have mentioned this. This wasn't. I hadn't decided on which side it is yet, but he would have told you it's on the eastern outskirts, just past the agricultural sector.
And
Like
he
a
also
deed.
gave us a list of inns we are allowed to stay at.
Yes, that he
Okay.
did.
You know, as soon as we've settled, I'm sure I can find a guard to let you know where we're staying. We just landed, so please give us some time to just get our bearings,
Naturally,
if you don't mind.
of course, we have no rush here. Time is a luxury that many of us here can afford.
What is your name so that I can at least refer to you by name?
You can refer to me as Captain Stark.
Well then, Captain Stark, I will try and get a reply to you as timely as possible then.
Thank you. I'll tell you what, when you are ready, head over to the cathedral. You can speak to anyone there and just tell them you are awaiting a letter from Captain Stark, and if the person you speak to is not the one who has it, they will know who does. I'll leave your invitation at the cathedral.
Okay, and then please do excuse this next question, but where would the cathedral be?
He kind of like gives it a little hard smile. First time to Edelhund, I take it.
Oh yes.
And he
And what a warm welcome it is! She says a little bit sarcastically.
he bows. Apologies for the welcome not being up to your standard. And he just kind of turns his body a little bit and still hands behind his back, looks up, and you kind of follow his gaze and you see the lower city. You see over the roofs, you see the first wall kind of peeking out above them, leading to the middle tiered city. And off in the distance, you see this grand roof made from what looks to be white stone with almost an emerald finish and gold trimmings. Very rounded in shape. You can't make out too much of it. It's kind of just like the top of the dome you're seeing. That's the cathedral.
Okay, well, not that hard to miss.
It is one of the harder things to not find here.
Thank you for the directions, and we'll get the invitation when we're settled.
Of course. Might I ask you a question in return?
that all depends on what the question is.
Why'd you come and fight? I'm assuming you stepped off of the airship that has recently docked. It had only docked a mere few moments before we saw you dashing out. Well, not out of the ship, but like...
Called for help?
Okay, this is just me clarifying. When he says out, he doesn't mean watching you step out, he means dashing into the fray.
People knocked on our door and said you needed help?
We have a knack for killing things that are a little bit harder to kill for the ordinary person, and we needed to stretch our legs anyway, so happy coincidence?
A happy coincidence filled with a little bit of luck that our commander-in-chief there didn't get here earlier, lest his bloodthirsty blade be drawn when seeing a group of strangers running in head first towards the princess who has only recently been returned. Word of advice. You're expecting a warm welcome in a new city. Maybe find out what's going on before you run head first into danger.
Aye, your people were the ones who asked for help.
We have not had anybody step onto the airship.
Well, someone asked for help.
I understand, and
Thank
once
you.
again, whilst your help is appreciated, and by no means are we saying we wish you didn't, it is merely a piece of advice. And as he says the next part, he kind of just like very clearly side-eyes at Shadow. Should you wish the royal treatment, you might want to find out customs of a city before you do anything.
Well, your free advice is noted, and for clarification, you might need some glasses if you think us rough bunch is looking for the royal treatment. We don't really fit in with that class, if you haven't noticed.
And yet you complained when we didn't throw flowers at your feet for your arrival.
We're so good at making friends.
See, well, usually how things happen is if I make a remark, people either take it and react on it or don't. So it was merely a reaction and a remark. I never actually expected anything.
Well, maybe you should learn to think before you speak.
Yeah, you know, my mother really did try to beat that out of me, and yet here I still stand and I'm still doing it.
Pity she didn't do a better job.
Why do we always make enemies?
But anyway, everything is sorted. I do not see what the problem is. We were merely having a little bit of a banter.
Your letter of invitation shall be waiting at the cathedral when you are ready.
And I guess this is a good time to get out of your way and probably get settled. Or will this get me in trouble as well?
In the middle of that sentence, kind of as you're saying, good time to get out of your way, he's turned around and is starting to walk away.
I'm going to wait until he's out of earshot, and then I'm just going to look at Shadow and I'm like, do you think he's an asshole because we upstaged him?
Probably, yeah.
He was hiding while we were doing the fighting.
Him being of captain station, and yet he did nothing. Yeah, that really does put a mark on his reputation, probably. Shall we go get our things and settle at an inn?
Let's go.
Dasan, you joining us?
As they are calling over to me, Dasan is highly distracted between trying to figure out or to see what's happening with the drow, because I was very far away from you guys with that whole conversation, and I still need to get my javelin out of the ship. You'll see me like leaning off with the top trying to fish for my javelin that's stuck in the ship.
Whilst you're leaning over trying to fish for it, you see as your javelin kind of just like dislodges itself and gently floats over towards.
Oh,
Handy spell I could teach you.
I am very surprised by this. It's never done that before. Must be a magical city. I whispered to it, "Can you hear me?" Nothing.
You. Whilst as you said that, give me a favor. Give me a perception check.
Oh, dear. That's a nat 1, but it's still a 11.
Jesus, that's impressive. So okay, I'm counting totals here. Do I count totals? Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, because it's not an attack.
Yeah, you hear what sounds like whispers at first, and then like hushed little like argument coming from where the drow is, and as you look, you see the plated guard just like step to the side. You can see he does it a little bit reluctantly, but you know he does so, and the drow approaches you, Dasan. She holds out her hand as if to shake yours.
I'm looking her straight in the eyes. I'm looking the plated guard in the eyes. I'm trying to make up my mind here, like, okay, how I'm seeing this, I'm still seeing her as a prisoner. I missed the whole part of she's a princess.
Sure.
So I will reach my hand out and just ask, "Is everything all right?"
She takes your hand and very gracefully just gives it a light shake. Thank you kindly to you and your friends. I truly appreciate your assistance in slaying that beast. I hope your chaplain isn't too damaged, and I'll see you at the thank you at the whatever my parents decide to throw. And she's like already said, like starting to back off while saying this, as she gives you like a little smile, and she turns and goes back to the guard. And as she gets there, you can see like he's not shouting at her, because this is now me saying he would never shout at the princess, but you as the son just see like he's sternly like voicing his dissatisfaction with what's just happened, but she kind of just like dismisses it, and they start heading off on their own way.
Visilva, who sees this, is now shipping the son and the princess.
Okay, interesting side note. I'll turn and look now. Okay, I've got my javelin. This weird interaction just happened. Like, the prisoner thanked me for saving him, and now I have to be concerned with her parents going to do something.
Can we look at her, be like, Dasan, she's princess, not a prisoner. And
Yeah,
let's
well,
start with P.
At this stage, I'm turning back towards Visilva and Shadow. I'm going to make my way over there and be like, "Guys, the weirdest thing just happened. I think this prisoner threatened us." She shook my hand and said she will see us at whatever her parents are planning for us.
Oh no, we're in such trouble.
Oh, Silver selling it, I love it.
Like, we just stepped foot in the city, and already we've got people threatening us.
Hang out with us a bit longer, you'll see it's normal.
Dasan.
We make friends wherever we go.
She's joking. That prisoner is royalty, and we are invited to, let's say, a party as a thank you for helping.
Oh, so she's a princess? We saved a princess? Well, I think we made a very good first impression stepping into this city.
Yeah, we so did, because the city guard are absolutely kissing our feet and not at all being dicks about it because we did their job better.
Oh, that's nice of them. Can I see her being sarcastic? Is she like just openly being sarcastic?
Does the sun know sarcasm?
Yeah.
I think you could see her sarcasm if she was standing in the middle of magical darkness and you were on the airship. Back in Cybar.
Cool. I'm still getting used to this one. That's all I'm saying.
What? To me?
Yeah, to Shadow and Assassinus.
I don't think he's saying directly to you he's still getting used to this one. I think that's just a comment that he's making.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what now?
Getting our stuff, getting settled, and then probably patching you up a little bit more as well.
What do you mean getting your stuff? You guys should really learn the ways of the tribal people to always have your stuff. Don't hoard things you cannot carry with you. And I take out my my flask and I take a lovely sip of perfect coffee.
Not all of us can carry our own saddlebags.
Well, I guess I was just blessed by nature then. Well, I'll wait down here for you guys to gather your things. Maybe see if there's anyone to talk to figure out if anybody has an idea of what this thing was and where it came from.
Like, because I said Frank was, and then were following us, so I don't think they're far behind with our stuff.
No, they would have been standing with the crowd.
And the crowd was fine with that?
It's a big city. They see
No one-
weird things.
No one freaked out by the zombie?
They see
I'm
weird
still
things.
He's
freaked
a
out by the
very
zombie.
together zombie.
He's still a zombie.
But
No,
he's
but
clean.
wearing a cute little bow tie as well.
Mhm.
He's clearly a pet zombie.
The bow tie
Is
definitely
he-
sells his innocence.
Not
Is
a
he
feral
going to
zombie.
get on a table and start singing to get down to business?
Okay. Let's get going.
Where are you headed? Are you going to start heading towards your vacant lot to go and see that, or you headed somewhere else first?
I think to the vacant lot so we can see what it's like.
Yeah, sounds good.
We also have the bank to think about. Big city, people might be. I mean, pickpockets could be a
Didn't
thing.
we already deposit all our money with the guy?
No, you
No.
got your slip that you've opened an account and you have to go and deposit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so do we want to stop at the bank first and then go to the lot?
I mean, we are carrying quite a hefty bit of, funds on us. Big city, crime syndicates. Rather not take a chance.
Okay, well, just put your valuables where they're not easy accessible, at least.
Gonna look very confused because I don't know where to put Moon.
Oh, sweetness.
We can give most of our stuff to Dasan because Dasan looks extremely intimidating, so I don't know who's going to be stupid enough to try and pickpocket him.
I understand your logic, and I don't mind helping out at all. Like, sure, like, I'll be your pack mule. Just remember, there's always a bigger fish.
Okay, I think Shadow's the biggest fish. She's the one I should be scared of.
Look, I don't want to be on the opposite side of a debate table with Shadow. So I can agree with that statement.
Okay, well, let's go to the bank first to put everybody at ease. And then we will go over to our lot and see what the damage is for the amount we paid. Which doesn't sound too promising, but hey, what is it like that asshole said? Luck seems to be on our side.
As this has all been happening, the crowd has slowly started to, re-emerge. The little market stalls being rebuilt and life slowly starting to continue. As you start to head off, Shadow, you suddenly feel somebody swinging their arm around your shoulder, and you see next to you is a very clearly drunk chap with a bottle of some undescript alcohol in his hand. And he takes a cig and he kind of just hands you the bottle. He's not saying anything, and he is, while he's standing there leaning on you, he's just holding the bottle, kind of offering you if you want any.
Moon's gonna growl at him.
Shadow takes the bottle, sniffs it. Can she identify what type of alcohol this is?
Give me a history check.
Ooh. Let's see how good I am at that.
Absinthe.
Yeah.
It's a green fairy.
Straw 80.
I feel like
that's a 5.
Metal.
It smells like a dark spirit, but you're kind of just getting caramelly notes, but you can't quite place what it is. You do know whatever it is some of the cheaper stuff.
Shadow's gonna try and remove his arm, but like not in a hostile way. Darling, thank you, but this is not to my taste.
Each to their own. Word of advice. He kind of stands there, trying not to fall over. You can see he's pointing at you, or trying to point at you, but he's pointing a good meter away from you. And he stumbles and he eventually gets his balance. Follow the foxes. The foxes lead to treasures. He takes another big swig of his bottle. And he looks at it. Darn thing's empty. Throws the thing down as it just smashes on the floor. And he starts sauntering off.
Sorry, the foxes leads to treasure, right?
Yes.
Can Shadow try and take in his attire? Is there something that, like, does he look piratey or does he look like a burglar? Can she like try and identify what type of class or?
He looks like he has been living on the streets for a few years.
Okay.
He's wearing mismatched clothing, all very dirty, torn. Like you can see this guy is very clearly not the town drunk, but he's just a homeless drunk.
Well, okay. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going, and then as we're walking, Shadow will keep in the back of her mind, try and see if there's any markings of foxes or anything like that within the city.
I just want to fall out the shadow. Just check your boxes. Your boxes. Oh my!
Your boxes.
Your pockets. Check your pockets. You still have all your important things.
Pockets. Check the.
They're not in my pockets, darling.
Okay, I'm up.
If his hands went to where they were, he would have definitely lost his hand.
Okay, just saying. Just don't trust anyone in a place like this, especially if they look to be dodgy.
Oh, sweetie, you are preaching to the choir. What do you think my profession was before I started this?
I pause. I look at her. Do I want to know?
I used to hang out with the shady lot a lot. I am the shady lot.
Should I be checking my pockets?
Shadow will walk over and whisper in his ear. Only if you think you can actually catch me doing it, though.
Noted. And I'll take a good like meter and a half sidestep. And I'll just look her up and down and say, nah. Altari wouldn't roll with criminals. So you can't be all bad. And I'll just take my 1.5 meter step back.
Did he say that out loud, or?
Yeah, I did say that out loud.
Be like, Altari's changed.
You know, I'm a firm believer that people cannot change at their core. You can change your habits, you can change your looks, but you can't ever change who you really are deep inside.
Depends how much trauma.
This whole place is kind of new to Altari, so I mean, suggestion does go a long way. And it's a matter of perspective. So, I mean, if the stories are told right, even a villain can look like a hero.
See, but that's why when it comes to stories and tales and, you know, songs of renown by the bards, I tend to always take them with a whole bag of salt. And if it's somewhere that I need to get involved in, I do my homework and research before I just fully commit. Or sometimes, you know, you just get a message in the stars.
It's gonna be like, we didn't do our research before we killed whatever that was on the pier.
Well, I mean, we didn't need to. It was putting innocent people's lives in danger, and that's exactly what I stand for. Well, just look at the bodies around you. You can see these are civilians.
I thought it was guards who were killed.
Mostly guards, 1 or 2 civilians, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but
So,
topic. Walking and talking, sweetie.
but I thought we are walking and talking.
Yeah.
You can't just assume something's a monster.
If it is in I need to choose my words carefully. If I see a beast or monster, anything unnatural, non-humanoid, being a direct threat to civilization, it's going down. That's what I've spent my whole life doing. And the people of Nocturne come first.
And what if the people of Nocturne are the beast?
That's why we have laws in place to deal with them.
And yet the laws can be bent to benefit the bad guys.
But that is not for me to be the judge.
Yeah, I'm considered the monster.
I haven't seen you physically trying to wipe out innocent civilians.
It didn't stop them from wanting to kill me. And if I had to defend myself, I would.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Look, I'm not talking about defending yourself. I'm talking about going out specifically to hurt innocent people. That is something I will not stand for.
Was what we killed going out to kill innocent people? Could have been attacked by the people there, and it was just defending itself. I mean, we can't go back and change it now. I'm just saying I think we should ask more questions in the future.
Yeah, I don't really speak to monsters.
Gonna walk off.
Are you just walking faster or slower than the rest of us now?
No, like I'm still walking, but like I'm walking, like turned away from the conversation, kind of thing.
Is that an unspoken rule in our party that we are always walking and talking?
I think.
Otherwise, we're never going to get anywhere.
I think unless stated otherwise, yes.
Okay.
Dasan, your resolve about this is commendable. Sometimes the world isn't as black and white as you think it is.
Which is exactly why I do not get involved in people's matters. I stick to beasts and monsters who do not have a conscience and who act on natural instincts. If a wolf has a natural instinct to hunt a child, it is my job to protect that child from the wolf. Because that wolf doesn't know the difference between right and wrong. It just knows, I want food. And unfortunately, that is just the way of life for predators. But I have sworn to protect the people in cases like that.
Must be nice.
It's a lot easier than you would think. And I do like me a good trophy.
Well, rewards are very nice. That we can most definitely agree on.
Well, if you enjoy collecting rewards and trophies of your own, if you are really interested, I can show you the basics of preserving an animal's skin if you would ever like to learn how to do that.
Silver's just gonna give you a dirty look over her shoulder.
Maybe not say that loud in front of Visilva. She is sensitive to these things, and thank you for the opportunity, but I like to buy my boots already made.
I understand.
But thanks. I will then leave that to you to do in the future.
Good idea. And if we're gonna, settle down at that place that we kind of all dug into, I think it's best if I have a little private area for that. And I just do the whole eye dagger thing towards Visilva.
Well, we can discuss the logistics of it as soon as we see what we have to work with.
That makes sense. Should we ask someone for directions to the bank?
Oh, probably, yes.
Because I swear we've been past this building before.
Most buildings look the same in cities.
Yeah, but it's very awkward for two different buildings to have the same crack in that door over there. And the hinge being kind of skewed, so...
Surprise, surprise, it's just the fashion.
Okay. Shadow, is there like a shop that she can go into?
There's a few little markety type shops, so like where they've got like a roller door in front and the person saying right on it, those kinds of, no, not a official shop, but not quite a table with things on it. There's multiple of those, so yes.
Walk up to one of those shop owners. Hi, darling. Might you be able to point me to the Bank of Edelhund, please?
As they give you the directions, explaining to you it is on the middle tier of the city. We will end tonight's session then.
Ooh, success.
Things have been accomplished. Things have been killed.
Eyes have been darted. What color is Moon Moon's pelt?
White.
Oh, nice. Woolly white rug.
No.
Lovely.
Sure. If you do that, I will not stop Visilva's retribution.
I will never do that.
None of us will stop her because you do not touch Visilva's pets.
Well,
No, I won't do that.
Yes, Visilva's retribution curse is gonna come for you in real life.
Oh, wow.
And on that note, thank you to everyone for joining us here tonight. Thank you for Stash for popping in through towards the middle end whilst being away. I hope you're having yourself a wonderful vacation. And to everybody else that was here, thank you very much. Have a wonderful week. And don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, we do stream live on Twitch on Tuesday nights at 7:30. And if you've missed anything, you can watch it here on Twitch for a week until we hit partner, affiliate, whatever first. Affiliate is first, makes more sense. And if you've missed the week, it will be on YouTube, so go watch it there. But again, thank you to all the amazing people who've made this incredible journey possible, the wonderful artists that are all linked down below, and of course, most importantly, my players for being so amazing and making this an incredibly fun thing I get to do every week. So thank you to you all. And until next week, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful week. Stay warm and don't forget to go and claim those stars. Good night.